what I need is a rant-to-blog post pipeline. And I need to make sure that this works in a way that I can just literally rant like this to something that then makes me a blog post. Because I've tried, writing things down, outlining it. It takes me hours. It's also not my native language in English. I have to ask an editor to help me, and it's always it works, but it's not great. So I'm about to show you something magical, because I actually just got my rant to blog post pipeline, and it's working, and it's actually happening right here. So my friend Eddie Fink created blogrecorder.com in his spare time. And I'm just recording this right now as my personal rant to this thing. So let's go into the browser and see what this just did to me. So here, there's my temporary title, until post is processed. So you can see I already have 2 other blog posts that I just spoke into my phone. And so this is still processing. So let's just wait, give it a second, and I'll just fast forward this thing, and then we'll see what happens.
A few moments later.
There it is. The accidental genius of rant-driven development. I didn't come up with that title. Blog Recorder did. So let's have a look what this actually looks like. What did it make for me? And so look at this. So I just got an editor. So I just rambled and ranted my intro into this system, blogrecorder.com. And it just gave me here the accidental genius of rant-driven development. I've always found that my best ideas come from sitting down with the intention to brainstorm. Oh, don't come. Exactly. So it is in the midst of a rant, blah, blah, blah. Here, the struggle of crafting content. Experimenting with AI assistants. This writing is actually, it's decent, but it just got me started, right? Discover the magic of Blog Recorder. Seeing is believing. Well, how about that? This is like a minute and a half of intro. There's my blog post. And so what I would normally now do is remove some of the obvious things that give this away as something AI did, right? All that stuff is not really cool. But that's a small thing to fix. And I tend to just have a read at this, and you can see, actually my Grammarly is stepping in here and says, hey, maybe you want to write this slightly differently. Because Blog Recorder is very new. I haven't been able to say, hey, write it like this or learn who I am. We haven't fed this back to the model. But this is really it's covering everything I just said. So what I would do now is I would just rewrite some of the paragraphs, add a little bit of detail here and there if needed, and then basically copy the markdown and go, or copy the HTML. And this is really pretty great, and it works super well. So this is just a short video showing my rant to blog post pipeline, and I'm super excited about it. You all should try out blogrecorder.com if this is your way of creating content. Do you rant? Do you then have to just monologue it out, and it's hard for you to write? This is it. All right, happy writing. Cheers.